past 12 months, I've been on a mission to simplify my life. Things were getting out of control. Things were feeling really stressful. I felt like I couldn't keep up with the pace of life, just generally. I'm a mum of 3 kids under the age of 12 years old, so it was just feeling really, really messy. So I wanted to find a way to just keep things simple, which is also why I created this channel. So if you're feeling the same, in this video today, I'm going to share with you 10 ways I've gone about just simplifying my life just to keep it simple. Now, this is over the course of 12 months. I want to preface here. I didn't do this straight away. I didn't implement this all at once or all on one day. It's over the course of 12 months. And so I'm sure I'll do another video later on down the track to share my progress. You don't have to take all of these tips. You can just use them as an inspiration to help kind of shine a light on maybe some areas in your own life that you might want to go ahead and simplify. If that sounds good to you, then let's get into the video. Hey, if you're new here, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jay, and this channel is all about simplifying a life, fighting for simplicity. I help mums who are in a state just like myself of overwhelm, looking for ways to try and keep their life simple. So if that sounds good to you, hit subscribe. Let's get into it. So one of the things that I did to stop trapping all of the information in my head, things that you've got to do, things on your to-do list, things that you want to do, things you've got to do on the weekend, sports activities, take kids here, there, everywhere. What I stopped doing is trying to act like I'm 20 years old and thinking that I can keep all of that information in my head. Listen, it was a complete lie and I just couldn't. And I realized that's one of the biggest reasons why I was feeling quite overwhelmed and quite out of control is because I was trying to keep everything in my head. I just stopped that altogether. I'll share a link to a video that I did recently where I talked about my productivity tool that I use that costs like less than $5, and it has been just a godsend. It's just a simple index cards and I write down what I need to do that day and I just keep it there. Just write it there and then I make my way through those to-do items on a Sunday. It's been really helpful just to be able to get that information out of my head, write it down, not forget about it, but put it to the side and get to it when I can. It's been a huge game changer, so I'd recommend doing the same. One of the other things that I did is I stopped overcomplicating my hair routine, right? I'm a girl with curls here. But what I did do is I actually cut my hair short. I used to have it relaxed, so it was all straight all the time. But that meant a lot of work. I've had hair extensions, I've had all the things, right? And you can probably relate. Your hair has gone through changes over the years. And I just thought, this is too hard for me to maintain. I got a busy life, work full time. It was just too much. So I cut it all off. I cut all my hair off just so that I could have simpler and easier life. And which has meant that my whole hair routine as well, my wash day routine is way simpler than it used to be. I literally wash my hair. I washed my hair yesterday and I go through and I just use one product. And the one product that I use is from the Do. It's a foaming mousse and it helps just to define my curls a little bit more. And that's it. I don't worry about any leave-in conditioner or anything like that because it's already inside of the product. And it has been a true godsend and it's shaved so much time off my wash day routine. And I'm literally done within an hour. Wash my hair, style it, hour, done. Finished. And that might seem like a long time for some people, but it also means that I don't do my hair throughout the week, in between washes. So I literally do it like this. I might have some days when I need to put a little bit of extra mousse in because maybe some of it's come out, but that's pretty much it. I just keep it really simple. So that has been a true godsend just to be able to simplify my wash day routine. Another thing that I've done as well is simplified my makeup routine. So you can see here where I'm getting ready this morning to put on my makeup. I am working from home today and I'm on my lunch break at the moment. So what I have done is just make sure that I don't have heaps and heaps of makeup to put on. Like I don't layer on heaps of makeup. I literally just put on foundation, as you can see, some under eye makeup, and that's it. I don't even bother with the eye makeup. I just can't be bothered. Like it's just too much work. Put your eyeliner on, put your mascara on, or put your lashes on. I'm like, oh God, I can't be bothered with that. It's too much work. It's too hard. So I just removed that from my whole makeup routine. So when I'm working from home, then I don't wear any eye makeup. When I go out and I'm working in the office or something, then yes, I might do. But overall, no, I just kept it really simple. And one of the keys to that as well has actually been caring for my skin. So it has meant that my skin is in a lot better state. So then I don't have to spend as much trying to cover up as much as I used to, because I used to have really dark circles underneath my eyes due to an allergic reaction and broken skin barrier and all of the things. Anyway, that's a whole other video. But it means that I just spend less time doing my makeup, which is so much better. It's a time saver, but also means that my life in the morning is a lot simpler. I literally shower, get dressed, put my makeup on. I don't need to do my hair. My hair is already done. I just fluff it up, make sure it's not flat from where I've been sleeping, and we're done. Another thing that I have done, and that's actually thinking about your health first, right? And as the saying goes, you can't look after anyone else unless you look after yourself. And I have to say that I was neglecting myself, putting myself last. So with that, I really decided that, okay, I'm going to quit putting myself last and actually focus on my health and really focusing on what my body needs, because I wasn't taking any supplements, wasn't taking any vitamins or anything like that, and realized that I needed something. I was like, something must be missing, but I didn't know what it was. Anyway, I've talked about Vitable before, and there's a vitamin subscription service that I absolutely love. They've been fantastic in really helping me with the supplements that I need. And so I do take vitamin C for my immune system. I also take ashwagandha to help calm my nervous system. I take another one, an activated curcumin for any inflammations, which has also really helped. I've got another video about all of the health concerns that I was having. I'll link that up here for you. And it's really helped just to take stock of what my body needed. So for us to be able to figure out what it is and be in the right mental headspace to understand what we need to simplify in our lives, I think we do need to get the nutritions and the nutrients that we need first before we can kind of go down that path. Listen, I don't know whether that's scientific evidence to it, but I kind of see it as if people are suffering with depression or something like that, or going through some sort of trauma or PTSD. I know with my family there were some instances of that with PTSD, where to be able to cope with the PTSD itself, they had to take medication first so that they can try and tackle it, so their brain is in the right headspace to be able to move forward. I think that that's really important. So that has been a true game changer for me, to be able to think about and even implement and move forward with simplifying my life. So I have a love-hate relationship with my phone. I do love it, but I also hate it at the same time. I feel tethered to it sometimes, and that I'm always wanting to check it and make sure that I'm checking notifications and all of that stuff, and keeping up with all of the apps, going to Instagram, going to WhatsApp, checking what's going on, which, school practice my kids need to go to, etc., etc. So one of the things that I have done is having my notifications on. I quit having that on. I switched off all my phone notifications because I just felt like I was constantly being pulled in and drawn into checking it and looking at it all the time. And it's just, I didn't want to feel like that anymore. And I felt that that was just making my life feel like it was really hectic, because you pick up your phone, there's a notification from the school, there's swimming trials that's happening tomorrow, or whatever it is. Like, it just felt like anytime I wanted to pick up the phone to either call someone or text someone, then there was a notification that would distract me, and it would literally drive me insane. So I just quit having my phone notifications on, and it has been blessings upon blessings. I feel like I don't have to look at it all the time. I don't feel like I have to go in and check everything. When I want to, then I will, and it's kind of on my own time, and not because of some app that's telling me that there's a sale on at the moment where I'm not actually going to buy anything right now, or not in the space to buy a new hamper or something, something random. One of the other things that I stopped doing, that was actually, I quit obsessing about my health. And I'll just share a little bit. This kind of relates to the previous point, but I'll share a little bit about this. So I was suffering from really bad mouth ulcers and night sweats. And I would literally wake up in the middle of the night. I'd be like drenched from head to foot with, in sweat, rip off the bed sheets again, put them in the washing. It was a whole thing. And so for years and years, I felt like I was stressing over that. And so I really quit that to simplify my life, quit worrying about it and obsessing over it and doing research about it and reading studies and what could it be? Could it be perimenopause? Could it be this? Could it be that? All of the things. And I just stopped. I was like, it will figure itself out and I'll try and find a solution. Doctors weren't very helpful, haven't been the best at being able to help me understand what it is. And it's not perimenopause before anyone writes in the comments. And once I did do that, I felt like I was calmer. Right? That could be as a result of actually having supplements as well. I am in a lot better place now than I was a long time ago, but it's definitely helped me just to stop stressing about it. I had to just stop myself because I have that kind of personality where if I want to find out something, I will make sure that I find out everything I can about it and get to the bottom of it. I need to find a solution. And that was hard for me to kind of do. I had to just let go, know that God's got me and that he's got my back always, and just know that it will figure itself out. And it has in some ways, which is great. I haven't had any massive flare-ups probably since the beginning of this year. So at the point of recording this, it's now October, probably not until since January or February. So that must be a result of it. I don't know. It could be the supplements I'm taking and where my body needed that extra bit of nutrients and support. I don't know. But all I know is that really cutting that out from stressing about it really has helped to simplify my life and just to kind of keep me in check because I can spin down that rabbit hole. Now, the kids' activities, if you're a parent, you know the drill. You know the drill all too well that kids have extracurricular activities, that they do sports stuff, whether it's, in your case, maybe gymnastics or swimming, whatever it is, insert sport here. But the thing is, I realized that our weeks were packed. Every single night there was something going on. I've got 3 kids. So it meant that I would be between my husband and I running around being, designated driver. Sports practice driver to drop everyone off where they needed to go, here, there, and everywhere. And one of the things that we really quit is actually packing too much into that week and just doing too many sports activities. If I can provide any tips for you, especially if your kids aren't quite at that age yet, is really make sure that when you are looking to book them in to do that sports activity, that you really contact the organization or whoever it is to ask them how much time is involved, because it's all well and good that they say, okay, it's between 4:30 and 5:30, but if they're playing soccer, so both of my kids, actually all 3 of my kids play soccer, you've got to figure out, okay, so if they have a game on a Saturday, then they may have training during the week, maybe once or twice a week. My eldest son has training twice a week. There may be other times where you have to go and drive further away for that game or anything like that. So I think really asking the organization or the club or whatever it is, what is the time commitment required for me to be able to sign my kids up? That do this before you sign them up. Like, I really wish that someone had told me that beforehand and maybe we would have reconsidered the path that they were going to go down. But I didn't realize, I'd signed them up when they were really young, 5 years old or so, and they loved it and they carried on. And now, my eldest is now 12 years old. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm pleased that he enjoys what he does, but also it's a massive time commitment for the parents. So really wish that clubs would do a better job at really highlighting, hey, if you want to sign up your kids up for this is when they play, this is what they do. But also in addition to that, we have training once a week, twice a week. There'll be times where you have to travel for the weekends, that kind of stuff. So really quitting the amount of activities they do, because I do feel that they need to have that downtime and time where they're not stressed or having to pack all of their days in, I think is also quite helpful. It's good for them to be bored. That's my take. I think it's good for kids to feel like they are bored. Own it. Love it. Because it's only going to get faster from here. I would love to know from you, when do you do your food shopping? Maybe you get it delivered, or maybe you actually go to the store. I quite like to go to the store and go and do my shopping on a weekly basis. I actually enjoy it. I don't mind it at all. It's good. I shop at Aldi. I love it. There were instances for myself where I was packing out my weekend. Like, it was insane. So my husband and I would do all of the sports activities, as I mentioned before, take our kids here, there, everywhere, whatever it is, as well as try and cook, meal prep for the week ahead, as well as do the weekly shopping as well. And by the time I would get to Sunday, I'd be like, oh, I'm ready for the weekend. And it's freaking Sunday night. Like, it's Sunday night. I was already exhausted. I'm like, I don't feel like I've had a weekend. So now what I've tried to do is I quit shopping on the weekend. Remember, they are 2 days off. But what I do now is I do my shopping. I do it during the week. The season's now finished, but during the soccer season, when my kids are play in the evenings, I do the soccer training. And then at that point, there's a supermarket around the corner, and I'll just go and do my shopping then whilst they're at their football training. I just did that, and it just made the world of difference to simplify my life. As a result, it's meant that on Saturday and Sunday, when we do have those days off, take the kids to practice, do whatever they need to, but then it also means that I have more space. Like, I don't need to go and rush and do some shopping because I've already done it. I've already got food, and I've already planned ahead of what we're probably going to have for the following week that I can meal prep and have for us. So it's meant that I'm not kind of stressing and running around like a headless chicken trying to fit everything into the day. And oh my goodness, I would just feel so exhausted. Like, I'm sure you've done it before, where you literally get to Sunday and you're like, I didn't even have a weekend. Like, it's all just rolled into one. It's just blurred. And you're like, I feel tired. I feel like going back to work just so I can rest. But damn, that's how it definitely feels sometimes. So I quit doing everything for my kids. Now, that might sound a little bit controversial, but my kids are a little bit older. So if you've got younger ones, then maybe you can figure out ways to do this with your younger, if they're a little bit younger. But I quit kind of doing everything for them just so that I could simplify my life. Maybe that's putting better boundaries in place. I don't know. But one of the things is actually getting them to do more things around the house. And I said this to them when they were younger, well, not even younger, but last year. I was like, hey, we're a team. We're a football team, right? We're a whole squad. We all got to rely on each other to make this house work. And it's not just going to be me that does everything. So what I did was I just put some boundaries in place that we are going to do everything together. So that means the dishwasher needs unpacking. We also need to put away laundry. If there's laundry outside, can you bring it in? That kind of thing. Like, I'll just fold it up however you see fit and just put it in your room, put it in someone else's room. We all need to make this house work together as a team. It's not just on me and your dad to be able to do that. You guys are old enough now that you can do that stuff. And there are many instances where I still have to follow up with them. It's not like a complete eye roll. It's okay, yeah, I'll go and do it. So, and I think reiterating that, hey, and shifting their mindset that we're a team and we all have to make this household work together. And it's not just reliant on me and your dad, because before it was just us running around like crazy, trying to do all the stuff, trying to put the washing on, bring the washing in, cook the food. I wouldn't expect them to do that. But, doing all of those things to tidy up, to clean, like they have been, I have to say, really keeping their rooms tidy. And I'm like, I went in the other day and thought, damn, everyone's really tidy. What's going on? I was pleasantly surprised, and I hadn't really been telling them to do anything, keep on top of their room. So I feel grateful for that. But that's been huge in just being able to just shift the focus and the pressure on myself and my husband to make everything work, because it's just us as a family out here. All of my family mine and my husband's family all live back in Europe, and it's just us out here in Australia. So we don't necessarily have other helping hands to be able to, grandparents or something like that, watch the kids. It's just us. So it's been great. So I realized over the past year that I had really quit prioritizing my kids, and that's a hard thing for me to swallow, but it's the truth. I had been deprioritizing them. I've been doing what I needed to do as a mom, being there for them, etc., but I actually hadn't been having time with them. So I really realized that I had quit prioritizing them. And so that's one of the things I decided to change, in just making sure that I was spending time with at least one of them at some point within the day. Now, and that's really hard when you've got heaps of other things going on, you're finishing work, whatever. But what I have been trying to do is to try and make time with one of them, especially my two eldest ones who are going through that preteen, myself and my husband, making sure that we're spending that time with them, whether it's just going for a walk, or whether it's taking one of them to come with us to do the grocery shopping, whether it's, going on a bike ride together. Maybe not all as a huge family, but just spending that time with them. So I think that I'd really quit that and just kind of not not checked out, but just was going through the motions of being a mum. And that's a hard thing for me to say out loud, but it's the truth. So it has been really good, and we actually do have nicer conversations, and I don't feel like I'm always at their throats all the time, and we can actually have that time together to just have conversations, you know, and it's not just about, you know, generally things that are happening in the house, like have you done your homework, have you put the washing away, that kind of, like, it's not that kind of stuff. It's actually get to know them as they are and actually enjoy spending time with them. So that's one of the things that I've really prioritized. Now that's it for the end of this video. I really hope that this has helped to shine a light a little bit on, well, the things that I've been doing, and hopefully they'll help you out as well. You can use them as inspiration for yourself, just to figure out, hey, where can I simplify my life even more and just make things a little bit easier on yourself. Now remember, being a functional hot mess is not a badge of honor. Keep fighting for simplicity, gorgeous, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, YouTube has suggested a video that you might like to go ahead and watch. You should definitely go and check out this video right here about 14 ways to simplify your life. Until next time, gorgeous, I'll see you later. Bye.